times have you tried losing weight but keep on failing?
I'm reliving the same day over and over.
Or maybe you even lost weight but you keep on gaining it back, but you never could figure out why. Well, let me tell you something. Let's face it, when it comes to losing weight, most people focus on three things: food, exercise, and of course, burning calories. But there's a piece of the puzzle that gets buried most of the time under guilt and shame and failed attempts. Well, what is it? Communication. Yep, you heard it right. Real, honest, heart to heart communication. It's often the missing link between you and your ideal weight and the body that you want to have. So let's get real. Weight loss isn't just about food or exercise. It begins with honest, real communication. And most importantly, with yourself. And of course, with other people that you care about in your life. Communication, well, it's the key to weight loss. But not just talking about your goals or your setbacks out loud. Well, all those things matter. But I'm talking about how you evaluate every choice you make. Because let's face it, if you've been struggling with weight loss, chances are you've also been struggling with how you talk to yourself about it.
How am I going to get out of this? Think. Owie!
Well, let me explain. Every action that we take, whether it's reaching for a second helping of pasta or it's skipping that walk that we promised ourselves, we need to pause and ask ourselves, did this meet my needs? Well, maybe you cooked a meal, but after eating it, well, you felt unsatisfied. Did it meet your need for getting nutrient-dense whole foods, your need for pleasure, and your need for comfort? Well, if it didn't, then that's a signal. It's not that you're a failure, but that you need to make an adjustment. You see, most of the time, people evaluate their behaviors by attacking themselves. Well, that was stupid of me. That's what they tell themselves. Well, I can't believe I did it again.
A belligerent old fart, a worthless, steaming pile of cow dung.
Now, that kind of self-talk doesn't produce change. It produces shame and more unnecessary guilt. And both of them are terrible weight loss strategies. You see, it locks you into a cycle of more guilt, frustration, and of course, defeat. And instead, I encourage all my patients and you, my friend, to try a different way of looking at your failed attempts. Look at it in a gentle, loving way, grounded in compassion and self-awareness. I encourage you to evaluate your action through the eyes of needs and compassion, not judgment. Ask yourself this question: what need did it fail to meet? You see, these are important questions. How can I meet both of these needs in a better way next time? Let's say you ate a pint of ice cream last night. Well, I've done that before myself. You may have felt satisfied for the moment like I did, but did it meet your need for comfort? Okay, well, it probably did. But did it meet your need for better health, for energy, and helped you to be able to lose weight and gain self-respect? Now, instead of beating yourself up, what if you ask this question: how else can I meet that need for comfort without compromising my health goals? See, when you evaluate your choices this way, you begin a powerful internal conversation, a healthy communication between the two parts of yourself. One, the part that makes the choice, and two, the part that reflects the outcome of the choice. Now, if those two parts are at war, if one is always criticizing and the other is always defending, well, you're going to live in a tug of war between guilt and denial. One side says you're a failure. The other side says, it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
Neither helps you to change your behavior. But when those parts start working together and asking honest, need-focused questions, you stop shaming yourself and you start growing. And you learn from your mistakes without losing self-respect. And that's what you want. And that's how real change happens. You see, I've worked with thousands of people who wanted to lose weight. They were overweight and they were overwhelmed. Many believed they were broken and they lacked willpower, or they had something wrong with inside of them. But I would always tell them the truth. You're not broken. You're just not getting your needs met. You see, extra weight is often the body's way of saying, hey, something isn't working right here. Whether it's a need for connection or love, safety or rest or self-worth, when those needs aren't being met, food often becomes the substitute. We rely on that. But here's the good news. If you can find the real need underneath the choices you make, when it comes to mealtime and meet that need in a healthier way, your body is going to begin to heal. And so will your mind, your heart, and your spirit. And that's why communication is the key. Not just communication with a coach or a counselor or a doctor, but the honest, respectful communication you have with yourself. You see, it's time to say goodbye to guilt, goodbye to self-hate, and hello to a new way of living, a new way of thinking, where weight loss becomes the natural results meeting your real needs. And now when you apply these principles with your own mind, it's going to be a game changer.
So you're telling me there's a chance? Yeah!
So instead of asking, what's wrong with me, start asking, what was I trying to achieve with that choice? What deeper need was I reaching for? And how can I meet that need the next time in a way that supports my health goals? That's how you have to start thinking. See, if we've all learned to evaluate our actions by needs and not by judgments, we'd not only lose the weight we want, we'd gain self-respect. And that, my friend, is true wellness. That's optimal wellness. Now, when someone's struggling with that extra weight, it's not about calories in and calories out. That's a myth that millions of people have bought into. Now, maybe you've tried every diet known to man. You tried the low-carb diet, the keto, the paleo, the vegan diet, fasting. You name it, you've tried them all. Maybe you've bought gym memberships. That you bought organizers and meal preps and containers and supplements and a long list of weight loss paraphernalia, but you're still carrying around that extra weight. You need to be honest with yourself because you're also carrying around emotional weight, emotional garbage. You need to ask yourself this question. Have I honestly shared my struggles, or have I been silently suffering in a body that doesn't reflect the person I know or the person I want to be? You see, I've sat across from countless numbers of patients who carry more than just fat around their midsection. They've carried judgment from others, disappointment in themselves, and worst of all, they've carried isolation. That silent belief that no one could possibly understand them. But let me tell you something straight. You're not alone. And trust me, you're not broken. Weight gain isn't only caused by eating too many foods that are refined, like refined carbohydrates, white bread, white pasta, and white sugar and junk food. Well, all those processed foods that I call carbs from hell, yeah, those are a problem, but it's not the only problem. And maybe you thought it was because you didn't spend enough time in the gym. Those are all consequences of something much deeper. You see, extra weight around your belly and all those other unwanted places is just a signal. Your body and your mind, they're crying for attention. They're looking for a wake-up call from your body that something's out of balance. Nutritionally, of course, but also emotionally and spiritually. And here's where communication becomes your most powerful tool. As I've already mentioned, first of all, communication with yourself is the doorway to clear vision of who you want to be and what you want to look like in the future. But communication with other people also is important, extremely important. So when you talk to someone who really cares for you and really listens, whether it's a supportive friend, a family member, a trusted doctor, or most important, your creator during a morning prayer, it does something very special, something profound. It releases the emotional toxins that have been weighing you down. You can't heal what you don't acknowledge, and you can't overcome what you don't talk about. So in my practice, I've seen patients lose 20, 30, 50, 100 pounds or more, not just from a personalized eating plan, but because they finally opened up to good communication. They talked about the pain behind the cravings. They explored the emotional triggers that led them to eat, not out of hunger, not out of hunger, but out of habit, hurt, or heartache. They communicated, they communed with themselves and their family and friends, and it changed everything. So here's your challenge. Don't stay silent another day. Have an honest conversation with yourself and other important people in your life. Speak about your goals. Admit your setbacks without shame. Ask for help because strong people ask for help. Not weak people, strong people. And listen to your body. Listen to your inner voice and to the truth that you were created for health and for wellness and wholeness. Because the truth is, weight loss isn't just a physical battle. It's a relational and spiritual one as well. And just like a house plant that wilts when it's neglected, your body can't thrive without the right environment, including the healing power of connection and communication with yourself and the people you love is important. Now, let me leave you with this. Don't carry your weight in silence. Talk about it, pray about it, write about it. Find someone who you can walk with on this journey, because when you finally give your story a voice, your body's going to respond with healing and weight loss. That's when you'll lose weight, keep it off, and get life back mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. My friend, I spend hours every day researching to find the best evidence-based natural remedies to help you and other people reclaim their health without drugs. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. And I encourage you to take advantage of the opportunity to join my Gut 911 community. You see, for the next 100 people who join, I'm offering a free lifetime access so you could be around people just like you on the journey back to good health, supporting each other, helping each other, and learning from me. And in case you didn't know it, my community normally costs $49 per month. So take advantage of it while it's free. So I encourage you, until next time, do something good for yourself. Take a proactive role in your health and have a great day.